Be blessed by the divine. May the Almighty force and our Guru protect us, guide us, lead us, support us day and night at all times, in all places, and in all our duties. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm going to give you a demo of how to use Gemini, Google Gemini AI, to understand how to set up the trade or how to go deep into the research of the analysis. And we'll also quickly see what the market is doing while Gemini is doing its research. Remember that this is only for educational purposes. We certainly don't want you to take any trade all alone with only astrological parameters. Okay, I want you to talk to your investment advisor and take a trade. All right, now I want to know which stock or index you want me to research. Which do you want me to research? You let me know in the chat box. What is it that you are interested in doing research on? Pankaj, welcome, Pankaj. How are you?
I am fine, sir. Thank you. Valga vala mudan.
Wow. Okay, let's take Tata Motors. The reason I'm choosing Tata Motors is if you go to investing.com and if you have a pro account in investing.com, investing.com collates information from various sources. Okay. And it gives you a valuation of what is meaningful for the market to look at. Now, Tata Motors, of course, has been doing extremely well in the last few days. The current market price is around 658. So let's take a look at that. Okay, let's now Tata Motors. Let's go to Tata Motors. The current market price. I'm just going to give you an example of how to use Tata Motors as an example for you to understand. Okay, the closing price of uh, Tata Motors in NSE is around 658.60. On BSE, it is 658.90, up by 27.95 points, and it turned out to be 4.43. One of the reasons why the market did extremely well today is because of companies like Eicher Motors, Tata Motors, the automobile industries sectors have done extremely well. Also, the IT sector was the fundamental reason why the market went up today. And investing.com Pro account shows that this is undervalued. The fair value of Tata Motors is 930 rupees 93 paisa. So it's useful if you are doing a simple trading. It's useful to have investing.com. Again, I have no affiliation to investing.com, so I'm just going to give you whatever that it is giving as such so that you can take a look at it and see what you can do to take a trade or not take a trade based on that. But anyway, the goal of this is to give you all the tools that are necessary for you so that you don't lose money. 930.93. So this is an upside of 41% upside is possible. It's been heavily beaten down. Okay. Now, if you look at the analyst target, there are totally around 30 analysts that have done the analysis for this. Out of the 30 analysts, 17 have said buy, 8 have said hold, 5 have said sell, and their target is 814.53. So this is a 23.62% upside. Now, of course, it is ranging. The price recommendation is ranging from 50. Analyst actually is giving 600 to 1300 is the range some of the analysts have given. So there seems to be a consensus amongst most of the people who are doing analysis that all of these are very strong analysts. They're all professional analysts, and investing.com takes all of these data feeds and analyzes and presents the data to us so we can fairly look at how we can see what we can do. Okay. And also on the technical parameters, we will look at hourly, it is strong buy. On a daily time frame, it is a strong buy also. Okay. On the daily time frame, it is buy, not a strong buy, but just a buy. So it's not a super strong trend as such on the daily time frame according to the technical parameters. On weekly, it says sell. On monthly, it says sell. So there is something wrong with Tata Motors on a weekly and a monthly sell. So day trading may be possible, 1 or 2 day trading may be possible, but can't be holding this for a long period of time. So this is what investing.com says. So let us take this. What we shall do is we shall go to Gemini, and you need the deep research 2.5 pro, which is with deep research with 2.5 pro. This is basically a pro edition. So you should be paying money to Google to sign up for this. So this is a paid edition. So I do have a paid account. So therefore, I do a lot of deep research on stocks and other things. So therefore, I use the deep research method. Okay. What we will do is research Tata Motors stocks in NSE and BSE. Okay. Give me a BSE on fundamental, macroeconomic, technical, and any other dimension useful for me to take a trade and succeed. This is point number one. Use any method, whichever method that you believe in. I believe in Dr. Alexander Elder's method of triple screen trading system and offer a precise entry, exit, stop loss, okay, criteria, and if possible, exact price levels. Okay, search and give me a trade setup with a precise price level. Okay, give me what else you need. That's it. That's enough. So select deep research. We want you to select deep research. I don't want you to select 2.5 flash, 2.0 flash or 2.5 flash or 2.5 pro. We need to click on the deep research 2.5 pro. Okay, so I think we are done with whatever it is, and let us just click on go. We have submitted it to Gemini. What Gemini will do is it'll take a few seconds for it to quickly tell you the approach it will take to do the deep research. Okay, approach it will take to do deep research. So it will tell you what is the research websites that it will take, right? So basically it will tell you that I'm going to analyze the fundamental health of Tata Motors, okay, and evaluate the macroeconomic factors, particularly in the automotive sector, including GDP growth forecast, interest rate trends, inflation data, government policies, especially regarding EVs and emission, and overall consumer sentiment. And then it'll apply the triple screen trading system, and it'll analyze the long-term trend of Tata Motors using weekly price charts and trend following indicators using MACD or moving average, and it will decide what is the exact trend that we are looking at. Then it'll examine the daily price chart using oscillator like RSI or stochastic to identify the medium term movements. Okay. Then apply the third screen, utilize the short term price action to pinpoint the precise entry points for you. Now it'll synthesize all of these findings and give us a potential trade setup. And it'll also research recent news, corporate actions, announcement, dividend, stock splits, analyst rating, and price targets. It'll do everything for you. And it'll identify significant historical support and resistance price level and give you an entry, stop loss, exit points for the trade report. Okay, let's get this started. It'll take a few minutes for it to do. Okay. So now let us go to analyzing the market. Now, what happened to the stock market? Let's, all right, let's pick up where we left off. Let's take our dear Nifty 50. So here is the 1 hour chart. We have looked at the 1 hour chart and we have looked at the RSI and various other things. The market is really zoomed up today. It went to 24,300.85, although today it actually opened at 24,357, and within the same candle it fell all the way down to 24,189, but then it quickly recovered from there, and then it has been going up steadily every hour, 20, 30 points. And there has been one particular period between 115 and 215 went up 60 points. And then last hour, of course, it closed at around 34 point minus, way above the 20 period moving average. The 20 period moving average is 24,194, and the 50 period moving average is 23,658.80. Okay. Now, astrologically, though, we expected today that the market could potentially fall. We expected the market actually to fall yesterday and today. It did not happen as such. Yesterday was a minor pullback. Otherwise, today it did not really fall at all. 23rd April 2025. 23rd April 2025. Okay, let's put Mumbai in place. Again, combining both the technical parameters and the astrological parameters, we were absolutely sure that there was no trade possible today on Nifty. I'm just taking Nifty as an example today. And I have shared with you, in all of you in the WhatsApp, saying that Nifty is looking strongly bullish on all time frames, trading above MA20 and MA50. So no trade. But astrologically, with moon in Mars, and later today in Rahu star, particularly Rahu star, we expected a pullback. It did not materialize. Okay, materialize. And whenever something like this has been seen in the stock market in the past, and I have always and always noticed that Nifty is simply following a 9-day trend. Okay, simply is following a 9-day trend. And this is what is happening, unless, of course, Nifty is moon is except when moon is opposed by a planet or conjoined with a planet, in which case the trend can be strongly bullish or strongly bearish. If it is conjoined with a planet, the sentiment will be strongly bearish. If it is opposing a planet, it would be strongly bullish. And that's what happened about 3 days ago when moon was in Uttarashada Nakshatra opposing Mars. Market actually zoomed. We knew it was going to zoom. We had predicted that accurately with our system. But with moon not having any kind of a strong correlation today, it is not opposed by any planet as such. So we actually expected moon to give us a slightly better kind of a bearish move, and that was not happening at all for us. We expected something to happen here. Obviously, there was no strong positive momentum that is seen here because it is not opposed by any planet. Traditionally, we have seen that when moon in Dhanishta star, we have seen market has been having bullish sentiment. However, last month in the same star, Nifty lost 0.70%. Okay, there has been a loss. So this happens. It's not like we have a 100% correlation of the thing. There are multiple other dimensions. The research continues to go on. We are getting about 70-80% of our predictions right. So some of these situations where we are not seeing a very strong correlation, I will put it into a question mark in the future and say, okay, that's why I keep saying that I do not see a 100% correlation. Okay, there will be a whenever there is a 100% correlation, I will definitely tell you so. So when there is no such correlation, I will tell you I am not seeing a 100% correlation. So this is a particular day when we did not see a 100% correlation. And again, when moon in Rahu star, I have said either the market has zoomed up or down, depending upon whatever precondition that are there. For instance, if Rahu is conjoined with a retrograde planet, we are seeing a 100% fall. Okay, that is moon in Rahu star and Rahu is conjoined with a retrograde planet. There will be a 100% fall that we will see. Today, that was not the case. We actually see that Saturn, Venus, and Rahu conjoined together, and Rahu is not Rahu is not conjoined with any retrograde planet. So therefore, we could not confidently say that today was going to be a super bullish, super bearish day. So I had left it open. Of course, I personally thought that it is likely to fall because of this conjunction. But it is turned, and remember that this particular alignment of Saturn, Venus, and Rahu in Pisces has never been seen in the stock market, Indian stock market. Never been seen in my 40 years of data research of 40 years of market data and the astrological data. I have never come across this alignment. So this is the, and I have been telling you guys this. I don't know what the market is going to do, and I'm hoping that it is going to fall. And I anticipated a fall, expect a fall, but I don't have a strong correlation for this. Okay. So I did not see a very strong correlation of this, and I hope you did not take a PE trade and then suffer because of this. Because naturally, we need to take a trade based on two parameters. Let's remember that parameters always and always. Trades must be taken based on astrological parameters or sentimental indicators. This is a super strong lead indicator. Okay. Now, if this, I will give you the analysis of this. Then technical indicators. We have to take a trade based on both. So that means that if your, what are the parameters that are, let's say scenario one, okay, astro is bearish. I'll say negative. Then technical is negative. Then we can definitely consider a bearish. We can definitely consider a bearish trade or a going short or buy PE, for instance, if you are an options player, or you can sell futures if you want. Now, if Astro is negative and technically we are seeing that it is bullish, then no trade. See, if astrologically we are seeing that it is going to be bullish, technically we are seeing it is bullish, then go long. Say CE, you can sell PE or you can buy, you can sell PE or you can buy CE as the case may be, depending upon whatever setup works for you. Now, if astrologically we see market is going to be a bullish sentiment, but technically we are seeing that it is going to be a bearish indication, then again, no trade. So today was one of the days when we should not be taking a trade. We should be keeping quiet because clearly we saw that technically everything was bullish, but astrologically a bearish sentiment or a unknown sentiment. So there's a third one is astro unknown. We don't have a strong thing. Technically, whatever is the indication, if it is positive, then you can go long as you wish. But if astro is unknown and technically you are seeing this thing, you can go short as you wish. That's entirely up to you. You don't need to consider astrological parameters at all for you to take a overall trend. So follow this rule. If you follow this rule, you will not lose money. The name of the game, always remember, is protect your capital. Okay, don't gamble. Don't gamble. Take your time, go through the whole parameters, and then take a decision on this. Okay, now this is as far as today is concerned. Now let's look at 24th of April. What's going to happen 24th of April? Moon will begin the day in Sadabhisha Nakshatra in Rahu star, same star as today. From around 12 noon, moon in Rahu Nakshatra. Nothing dramatic happened for us. Market actually went up a little bit. Okay. Now, chances are it's still going to be a strong buy on dip tomorrow. However, after about an hour, hour and a half or so, 2 hours, maybe say 11:15 or so, moon will shift into Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Has been a pretty strong supportive nakshatra for the Indian stock market. Okay, actually it'll be a little earlier than 11:15. I'll give you the exact time so that you can understand. So around 10:40, around 10:40, little more than 10:40. It'll be actually, let's say around 10:42 a.m. There you go. So in 10:42 a.m., moon will shift into Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Again, we have seen in the past that Jupiter star, moon in Jupiter star has been favorable for Indian stock markets. But again, this is only about 70% of the time, not a strong correlation. Chances are tomorrow also they will not let it fall in a big way. I don't know. There is no prediction from my side because no strong correlation. Okay, so no prediction for tomorrow. So we will wait and watch because there is no strong correlation. I need to see a strong correlation for you to give you confidence that tomorrow will be a bullish day or a bearish day. Naturally, that is not going to happen, and hence we are not going to be really looking at a strong correlation and therefore no strong thing. Now, whenever moon in Jupiter star or Mars star, it has been favoring Indian stock market. But last month was an exception. I have been seeing that pretty much for a long period of time. I still need to do research as to why it has happened like that. So once again, tomorrow being a monthly expiry day. I really don't think that we should be looking at any long or short trade tomorrow. So it's really up to you to depend on your own setup. Okay, so let's go to 25th of April. This is the Friday chart. Now, this is a Diwali time. We have seen about 80% of the time, 80% of the time, the market has experienced a strong bearish sentiment. That means what? Sell on rise. There is a fear that will come on people's mind on this day, considering the fact that Nifty has been strongly rallying for well over about 8 to 9 days now, ever since Venus turned direct and Mercury turned direct. We have seen the market zoom up like anything. And naturally, we are expecting a pullback. And I believe that the pullback might start on Friday. This is a very strong possibility. Again, we do not see 100% possibility. Now you have to match this with the technical setup. Okay. Now, if this is this is where you will win. The way you should look at is your so astrologically we are seeing negative trend. On what day? We are seeing it on 25th of April 2025, Friday. Okay. So astrologically, we are seeing negative. Now, technically, you have to find a negative stock. This you can go short on Thursday with a strict stop loss. okay, for the next day. So you can do a BTS, actually sell today, buy tomorrow kind of a trade. So you can go, for instance, if both are super negative for you and we are seeing a technically bearish stock, then certainly you can even go for a PE buy. But that is not possible in Nifty. Please understand, or even in Bank Nifty, right? So not possible. Reason is the both scripts, both indices are super strong bullish momentum, super strong bullish momentum. Now, astrologically, we expect a bearish sentiment. Doesn't work very well. You can't short Nifty. You can't buy a PE and expect to make money out of that on Friday. Okay? Unless you are a gambler, and I don't want you to be a gambler. You are my student, and I don't want you to be a gambler. But this is a 80-85% possibility that we are seeing a bearish sentiment. Okay, let's now go to Gemini. Let's see what it says. And there you go. So we have the research report done by Gemini, deep research done by Gemini on Tata Motors. Okay, so this gives you a complete analysis. The macroeconomic environments presents a mixed picture. RBI has initiated rate cuts, shifting an accommodative stance to support growth. Major global institutions have slightly moderated India's GDP growth forecast due to global uncertainties and trade tensions. Inflation continues to ease, remaining within the RBI's target range. The automotive sector shows resilience with a record PV, passenger vehicle, and in 2025, although the growth was not very super strong, it's moderate, and the commercial vehicle segment faced declines. Government policies strongly favor EV adoption and local manufacturing. Therefore, it will benefit Tata Motors strategic. But vulnerability of global factors like US tariffs impacting the crucial Jaguar Land Rover segment remains a concern. Look at that. In just one paragraph, quickly Gemini tells you what is really happening to Tata Motors. Fundamentally, though, Tata Motors exhibit a strong recent performance driven primarily by JLR, which achieved record revenues and improved margins. However, the domestic PV, passenger vehicle, commercial vehicle segment shows a year-on-year revenue decline in financial year 2025. Okay, so highlighting a dependence on JLR's performance. Despite the high return on equity, the stock trades a significantly compressed PE ratio compared to historical levels and peers. Okay, so you can continue to do this, and I will share this in the WhatsApp group also for you. I'll quickly move this to the overall concept of how we can use this. Applying the triple screen trading system, the long term trend for Tata Motors is determined to be up despite a significant correction in its highs. This determination allows us for long entry opportunities. The daily chart indicates a pullback phase. Oscillators like RSI stochastic should be monitored for oversold signals or bullish divergence near key support zone around 600 to 620 is a potential turning point. The third screen, hourly intraday, utilizes short-term price action for precise entry timing, such as placing a buy stop above the previous period's high on screen 2 signals a potential end of a pullback. Okay, so the direction that you can take on Tata Motors, according to Gemini, is long, but you can only enter if the RSI goes below 30 and near the price range of 600 and 620. Okay, now indicative entry trigger around 635 could be based on the snapshot data. So this can be a wrong, so you need to figure out your numbers. Initial stop loss should be placed below the daily swing key support that seems to be 618, and the first target is 715, which is a resistance, and the second target seems to be 780, which is another pivot level resistance, giving you a 1 is to 5 versus 1 risk reward ratio for you. Then, of course, this is all quick summary of it. Then it goes detail into the GDP growth, interest rate environment, inflation trends, automotive sector, passenger vehicle, etc., consumer sentiment, okay, EV momentum, government policy, then fundamental analysis. Okay, it even gives you what is the Q3 FY2 2025 and year to date performance, consolidated performance. It pulls out the EBITDA, it pulls out the EBIT, it gives you the net profit, gives you the EPS. So it gives you free cash flow, which is super important for an organization to plow back into the organization to generate profit or build assets in the future. And the debt position. What is the debt position? The emphasized on debt reduction. They've been trying to reduce their their debt. The company has stated that its India automotive business is debt free, which is a good positive thing. Okay, a key milestone was achieved in JLR, became a net debt zero also. Please verify all of this information. So here is a quick summary, consolidated summary of the Q1, Q2, Q3 performance or Q4 performance of the last year. So latest figures are probably not available for Gemini, so you may have to do this verification yourself. Then the segment-wise performance analysis. Look at the depth of the information that you're. I love this. I really love this. Okay, and the valuation ratios and peer comparison. So it will give you the automotive industry's PE average is 20.3, whereas the PE, of course, the PE ratio is dramatically compressed from 66.8 to 12.21 in March 2024. Profit PB ratio, of course, is 2.43. ROE ratio is 49.4, and so on and so forth. Okay, book value is 275. The auto industry historically has been cyclical, and will tell you what is it that we need to do, and then it'll also compare it with Maruti Suzuki, Mahindra, Ashok Leyland, three companies that it is competing with, and obviously it is unable to pull the data for Mahindra. So you will need to put in your own numbers here. But if you look at Maruti Suzuki and Ashok Leyland, the PE is looking at 27.2 and 23.8, and Tata Motors is looking at 7.6. So that's a pretty attractive thing. Okay. Now, all of this, you will also see the management commentary and the strategy outlook. All of this is being given to you, and competitive positioning and market share. It will show you the market sentiment and catalyst for growth in the future, and the corporate actions and events, whether they are paying dividends and stock splits, and the upcoming events are scheduled. It'll even tell you when is the next result going to come in before May 30th, 2025, because the board meeting is on May 13th, 2025. Okay. So all of this is super important, and also it will tell you the analyst rating and targets. Nomura says buy it with a target price of 861. Macquarie gives 826, CLSA 930, MK Global 800, ICICI Securities 831. So of course, there are a few companies like Motilal Oswal and Nuvama, which has given a little bit moderate kind of a or a cautious kind of a rating. All of its performance is documented for you in a single table. So then comes the Alexander Elders thing, and we've already seen what is it that we need to do on the overall price action for us to take the right kind of an entry at the right level. And then it will give you the major support level and the major resistance level so that you can plan all of this to see how you can take a meaningful trade for us. Okay. The entry, it says that you can do it between 600, 620, the tight stop loss of 618 or at 590 as you desire. And you can exit one lot at 715, one lot at 780, another lot at 880 if you want, or you can decide whether it is meaningful and correct it as you feel it is meaningful for you. Okay. So the only trade that is possible is long position in Tata Motors. And the rationale is given, entry criteria is given, the stop loss is given, target is given, the risk factors are also given, and it will also tell you how many different websites it has reviewed. Okay. So it has reviewed quite a lot of research as such, has looked at, I think, over around 30 or 40 different um, sources. Okay, there are a few sources it has read, but not used in the reports. All right. So you can export this into a document and then you can also save it. You can store it and things like that. And you can see how you can utilize this information for your trade setup. I hope Gemini AI is super important and useful for you to take a meaningful trade. Okay. So all the very best, guys. Good luck to you. And I hope this was an enjoyable class for you. I will try to bring in AI as much as possible. I will try to give you more and more useful methods for maximizing your success, both astrologically and technically. Once again, this is education. This is not a recommendation for you to buy Tata Motors. Please don't think of this as an investment advice at all. I am not an investment advisor. I am not here to tell you buy the stock or sell the stock. I am here to educate you on which is the correct method for you to take a trade, combining the insights from the astrological perspective and from the technical perspective. So you really don't need to be a strong technical analyst anymore. You have some excellent tools. Yesterday, I demonstrated how you can use ChatGPT. Today, I have demonstrated how you can use the Google Gemini. And I will continue to, for instance, tomorrow, why don't we do one thing? Tomorrow, let us combine ChatGPT and Gemini and see how we can combine both to take a trade setup. We will do that for one of the stocks tomorrow, and I hope to see you soon in the next video, in the next class tomorrow. For those of you who have signed up for my financial astrology class, today at 8 p.m., we have a class. So, all the very best to you guys. Good luck to you. Be blessed by the divine. May the Almighty Force and our Guru always be there with you. Pankaj, would you like to add anything? Did I miss anything?
No, sir.
All
Nothing.
good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, any other question? Praveen Malik, please unmute yourself.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Praveen.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you
Good
for your nice
afternoon.
session.
Yeah.
Sir, how can I join your class? That's what I want to know.
So this batch has already started. So the next batch, I don't know when it will be. So whenever it is meaningful for us, we will certainly take a look at it, sir. So hold on,
Sir,
sir. I will announce in my groups.
can I join this one only because I think it started yesterday only. So
Uh,
I'll
we
manage.
have, yeah, okay. So send them. You are anyway connected with me on WhatsApp. Send me a WhatsApp message, and I will certainly send you the link.
Sir, I'm not connected. I sent a message. I shared my number on the Telegram comment, but I am not
Okay.
connected on WhatsApp.
All right.
I
Send
can.
me
I
send me a Telegram message, please. I will definitely send you the link to join. I will also put the link in today's the video when I circulate the recording. You can join. In fact, the class is at 8 o'clock. I'm not sure if I will have enough time to download and process and upload the video. So what I will do is I will send a distribution of the message in the next few minutes in all our groups.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay.
I'll
Look for
reshare
it.
my number with you. Thank you, sir.
Sure. All the
Have
best.
have a good day.
Love you.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful time. Thank you, folks. I will see you soon in the next session. Be blessed by the divine. Lord, have a Thank you, Pankaj. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Valga Valamudan.